Alright guys, so we're out here at Picture Rock Skate Park and we're about to review the Proto deck. Alright guys, so we're out here at Picture Rock Skate Park and the beginning of that intro was pretty lame. The kids didn't go in at time, but we planned that out and I guess they didn't listen to us. But right now we're about to review the Proto TDI Space deck. So there's two right here. So this is a 5x23. 83 headtube angle. All of the decks are 83 headtube angle. This one used to be my first Proto. I originally bought this and then I traded the kid who has a scooter. Just so happens that he's here and I'm going to be using his deck in this video as well. Alright guys, so the Proto TDI deck is going to be coming stock, 83 headtube angle, and all of the decks are going to be 5 wide. Proto does offer a 21, 22, and a 23, and a 24 long deck. All of the decks are two-piece. If you didn't know, that's their their standard. If you go on Proto's YouTube, watch their old videos. They do a lot of good breakdowns. They make quality parts, as you can see. Most of my scooter is Proto, and I back them 100%. Alright guys, so we had to move locations because there was a ton of skaters that just showed up to the park. So now we're gonna just go through the pros and cons of the Proto Space deck. So I'm gonna get into it a little bit of the pros of the deck. So this model right here is a 5x23, 83 head tube angle, and if you didn't know, the Space deck is it's the newest Proto deck that just came out. Not just came out, it came out a while ago. I was actually the first person to, not the first person to get it, but I had it on pre-order. And I was waiting a long time for it. So, my favorite things about this deck are, it's super boxy, and that allows you to do extremely locked in and nice 50-50s, front side and back side. Since the front end is boxed in, if you didn't notice, it's super easy to do your overcrooks. Any crook, any smith, nose blunts, and you can lock in extremely well. If you do purchase the deck, you'll notice too when you insert the head tube to the actual the deck where you stand on, there is a pretty big gap here. I didn't know that this was supposed to be like, this is just normal. I thought it was weird because this was my first time ever having a Proto deck, but I guess it's normal to have that really big space between your head tube and your deck right here. And on the bottom, I didn't know that you were supposed to actually grind on the head tube. So over time, when you grind on this, it's gonna wear it down and it'll make it extremely easy to do over crooks and nose blunts. My favorite thing, probably my most number one favorite thing about the deck is that it's two pieces. So what that means is that if you crack this, the actual deck that you stand on, it doesn't affect the whole entire deck. So you can just go to Proto's website, order just the deck for around $89 and have that shipped to you, and then your head tube can just slide right back into that one, and it makes a extremely efficient deck and it'll last you extremely long time. There, guys. Alright guys, so the only cons I really have about this deck is that over time, when you put the head tube into the actual deck part, it does make this, it's kind of a creaking noise. All that really is your deck kind of breaking in. It's not really a big problem. It does not affect the deck at all. It's just a little bit of a noise, and it doesn't bother me at all. Second con too is that the original flex fender that comes on this deck is it's a TSI flex fender. And I've seen a couple of them break. Not really a big deal. Every part's gonna break over time and over riding. But on this deck, it's much more of a preference to me to ride a fender, and the Chetty fender does not fit on this deck. Well, it does fit, but it sits extremely far away from the wheel, and it's not really much of a fender. It's much more of just another place to put your foot. It doesn't really cover the wheel or anything. Not saying you cannot ride it on this deck, but you definitely can if you wanted to. But if you guys didn't know, on my Instagram I am selling these to fit the Proto deck extremely well. I've been making these for a while, and it would be much appreciated if you went to my Instagram, followed me, and hit me up and rode one of these fenders that I've been producing for about a couple of years now. That's just another thing. That's just another preference of mine. But overall, the deck has really no cons at all. It's an integrated deck. It's 83 head tube angle. It's extremely boxy, and it's going to help you guys with many of the tricks that I'm seeing now. Especially since it's boxed, it's going to help you guys with 50-50s, nose blunts, over crooks, and it's going to help you lock in much better than any other deck. So there's not really much cons to go over. So over here, I have my buddy Max. His name's Max. He rides a Proto deck too, and I'm going to ask him what he likes about it. So what do you like about it, Max?
Pretty much everything. I ride the 5x21. Shut up, bro.
So he is riding the 5x21 right now. This actually used to be my deck. I talked about that a little bit in the beginning. This was my deck. I originally started on the 5x21. It's the same 83 head tube angle. Nothing's different from this deck to this deck, other than it's a little bit shorter. It's same width, same head tube angle, and it's the same boxed in look. What do you like about it?
Pretty much everything. Dude, I like everything about it besides the brake. I've broken my second one now, and every single grind is a lot easier with this instead of having an MFX deck or something like that.
Yeah. So overall, the only thing that I've heard about the Proto deck is just the brake. So I hear a lot of people break them. Max has broken them. If he had a daily fender, he would have no problem. So I think he needs to buy one, and hopefully he buys one tonight for me. But overall, the Proto deck is an extremely good deck. I would highly recommend going to Proto's YouTube, subscribe to them, go to their Instagram, subscribe, follow them. Why would I say subscribe? But go over to their Instagram, follow them, and check out their products. I think their website is protoscooters.com, and they are selling this deck and Max's 21. These come in 5x21,
5x22, 5x23, and
yeah.
5x24.
Yeah, almost forgot. But they come in a wide range of sizes. It'll fit everybody's preference, and I highly recommend you going out and buying one today. Overall, the deck is extremely well made, and that really wraps it up for today's video. Alright, so that really wraps it up for today. As you can see, Max doesn't really know how to ride a scooter. Just kidding, he knows how to ride a scooter. Go follow his Instagram. And I'm gonna add some clips into this, showing you guys some 50-50, some nose blunts, some over crooks, and that wraps it up for really much today's video. I'm gonna be making another video of some more tutorials, so go down below, comment what you guys want to see next, and that wraps it up. Go like Proto Scooters, best company by far in the world, and that wraps it up for today's video, guys. Peace. I have nothing cool to do right now.
I know, because you're not cool. I'm just kidding, Cameron.
You're mean. Look at this crack, though. Look at that.
Cracked it?
Only other thing that I hear goes wrong with the Proto deck. But not a big deal, because it is the best deck in the world, right?
Yep.
Yep. I'm just videotaping.
It is the best deck in the world.
I'm just videotaping.
What a weirdo. Do it!
We going? Alright. 3. Go for it. Oh my god.
No one fell. No one fell. Come on. Just kidding.
That's so fun.